Oh, you talk about push sustain.
Jeez.
Woo!
Okay, so how are they going to
Uh,
stop this from happening? They don't have the strongest push out. Rubik,
no,
yeah, I guess. And if he's
sure.
able to steal Fire or Crypt Swarm, then sure. But I don't know. They've kind of telegraphed what their core, what their supports are going to be already. I don't think Avenge can be a carry in this setting.
Yeah, I really don't know what you do
But I feel like they need
deep
a
push
Wyvern.
wise.
Wyvern is
Or
one of those few
something,
heroes.
yeah. Okay.
It's
Oh,
yeah.
I don't think of Mars as being like super reliable deep push. Just because against this kind of a lineup, I don't think you can walk up and rebuke the wave.
I think
Like,
it's fine lane push, just to quickly push out a lane with a spear and a rebuke, but not against three IG heroes already that are running at your face, and I'm sure there's going to be two more that do very similar things.
yeah. At least they have early fight, and the Mars brings some team fight to the table, but I can also see their lineup just falling completely flat. If Chen gets an early mech, I think they're just doomed. And IG, okay, now going for Ricky. So what, leaving their position 4 to last pick, I guess? I'm not actually sure what their lanes are. Is it like 3 DK, 2 Death Prophet, 1 Ricky?
Could be this support Death Prophet and the 3 Chen that we've been
Maybe.
seeing.
10 seconds.
Ricky is definitely really annoying for Weaver to play against.
I'm a little surprised they didn't go for something like, the Bounty Hunter. Something that deals with the
yeah.
Weaver relatively well. It's still really strong. You can frontline nicely with it because of its great armor. And again, it's going to prevent them from having the gold that's going to be able to stop your push just through the Janata stealing, yoinking the gold. Ricky's fine though.
Yeah.
It stops the Weaver escape somewhat.
Just
if
think of
Benj
the
is in
backstab
position.
value against Mars. Ooh.
True.
Okay, so I don't know what you ban if you're keen now. Let's get rid of Disruptor. Okay, so they're thinking that IG are still just looking to pick their 4. IG banning out against the minus armor strat. I think aren't Keen looking for their mid though in this situation.
I think they can play Mars mid as well.
Okay. I could still see Lion, interesting. I like that hero. I don't know if he's amazing at the moment, but certainly good lockdown against Weaver, mana drain annoying again for Mars to deal with. I could see something like, here's the thing. I think up until the Ricky pick, OD was maybe looking okay for Keen, but at the same time, the biggest problem for them is just getting run over. So I don't know if they can afford to pick anything slow. And they go for the Bounty Hunter, okay. But Bounty Hunter is not a hero that helps you not get run over.
Yeah. This is... IG is going to win this game.
Yeah.
In 21 minutes.
21 minutes, okay.
I would have preferred the Puck over the Lion, but other than that, very solid draft from IG. Just because, if you can get off a Dream Coil, you can't run away from the Death Prophet.
Yeah.
You can't swap save someone, or they're just screwed.
Yeah, I think any catch, definitely very nice in this situation.
10 seconds.
Silence, always great. You can combo silence, into silence, actually.
Yeah. Alright, so just waiting on JT to pick up his hero. A little bit weird to see Dragonite as position 3, but
it's doable. It's fine.
Not unheard of. So are they trying to run, is the plan to try and run the Bounty Hunter into the Dragon Knight?
I mean, it's okay against the Ricky as well. It is being played in the position 3 role, so we'll see how they choose to maneuver things around for themselves. Yeah, it is looking like that. That mid Mars is going to be the one that's coming through.
They are
the
going to need so
easiest.
much value out of Mars. This
Yeah,
game.
not the easiest setup here against the Fly Death Prophet, that's for sure. I guess you could spear away the Siphon, but then you've still got a couple of charges, so
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I think I've seen that matchup before. Actually, Mars definitely loses, but you're mainly as a mid Mars, your whole reason for existence is just to be mid and get levels, and then go gank with your ulti and farm jungle and spam lane with spear and rebuke. So it's not great, but he can still kind of do his job this game. I just think the problem is that IG have so much early game and ganking potential, and Keen's lineup completely relies on taking non-stop perfect fights and getting track gold and like getting a huge Mars and Weaver to win you this game. And like even if Weaver gets big, not an easy Weaver game. There's 3 different stuns between Dragon Knight and Lion, and then 2 different silences. It's kind of a nightmare.
Yeah, it's going to be rough for him unless they absolutely dominate this laning stage, but always going to be hard to do that when you're coming up against a Chen who's gone, of course, this headdress. He's going to go up into the Divine Favor, and it's just going to be a nice and easy sustained game for IG on this, we'll assume the bot side. Wonder what's going on. There hasn't been any sort of communication happening.
No, just a pause. Could just be one of these like, the person that does our drafting needs to go use the bathroom after after the draft is finished.
Okay. Yeah. Fine.
Kind of things.
Oh.
Okay, so Bounty is mid.
Okay, so they're changing it up a little bit.
Yeah. But I don't see the Bounty Hunter doing particularly well against the Death Prophet either, so
No.
yeah.
What are your thoughts about this this top side? Ollie going with Kaka towards the top.
I think they're just starting up here.
Okay.
I don't think they're...
JT was walking bot-ish at the start, and I was like, well, what's going on? Why are the supports going? But he's heading there now.
Yeah. Making his way over. It's probably just deciding on his starting items. It's not every day you play side lane DK. So, yeah, Emo just kind of trotting around here. Rubik gonna snag the outposts.
He's already blocked the camp.
Yep.
So I think just wanting to... Of course, you want to block off any sort of pulls, but more importantly, up against a Chen, you don't want to have any Harpy creeps that are just going to harass you out of the lane. So blocking the safe camp, so important.
Yeah, definitely very important. Oh, alright, Shikuchi's being forced out, but Erica not willing to go chasing after any bounties. I think could have maybe tried to scoot past and go for this Radiant one over on the opposite hill, but instead seemingly just wants to go and get a little bit of a block going. And does seem like IG going to be sticking... Oh, no, not going to be sticking both supports up here as Ollie does now immediately TP down to bottom. So just a pretty standard 2-1-2 setup. Afu also making the walk over towards the top side. And Kaka just going to be forcing out another Shikuchi here at top, which is definitely nice. They've now forced 2 Shikuchis and neither one of them has done any damage to them. So saving a little bit of regen there.
Yeah, it doesn't have anything on in the form of mana regen, so Erica is going to have to be very careful, especially now that that sentry ward has been placed down too.
Okay, so they did end up swapping it kind of again, and now Mars is mid and Bounty Hunter is bottom.
Yeah.
So he bought some tangos, but he's still got the shared tangos, and Mars is just relying on his tangos that he had to buy himself. Doing okay on CS so far, but like I said, this matchup is not crazy fun for Mars later on. At least he's got a really good base damage and attack animation, so that's certainly nice.
And the range.
Yeah, that's true. Damage being traded at bottom, but definitely hard to out-trade a Chen. Hasn't realized that his camp is being blocked out just yet, though. Does have a sentry, so Ollie will be able to go and deal with that pretty easily.
He's probably checking it out now.
Yeah, as we're rounding the minute mark. Yeah, there you go. Should be able to find it pretty quickly. And it's done, so let's see if he gets lucky now. Or is Rubik just going to body block it? That's a nice play from ODS. Is he actually going to body block it? Alright, there you go. Last second, just pokes his nose in. Make sure to block it up. Aggro the trolls and get them to do some damage on Rubik. Alright.
He only got the little troll, actually.
Well, he can't... Can he even... I don't think he can even take the big one currently.
True.
Denied.
So lots of... This bottom lane is just a slap fight. And oh, the Shuriken toss comes out. Maybe a little bit unexpected for Emo. And forced to retreat back. Also needs to be careful with the courier. Good harassment back. This mana drain is coming out constantly from Kaka at top. Just being a real nuisance. And JT CSing pretty nicely. Erica actually not doing so hot on the Weaver.
Dire's courier has been killed.
And we can see early on all of the harassments coming out. This headdress, now that the Divine Favor is up online from Ollie, as soon as he got rid of that Observer Ward, it's really starting to come into effect. Yeah, they had to ship out a bunch more tangos, but the level of sustain on their spot side, despite all the heavy armor on the Bounty Hunter, is still going to be punished. Yeah, a few minutes.
And JT lost his courier, but at least he managed to grab the Soul Ring, so able to start spamming, get some farm on. A little bit of a pull happening from Ollie over here, just gonna deny some experience out. Oh no, Afu, the ghosts are helping out Kaka here. Making life a little bit more difficult, and a bit of a wobbly Shikuchi there from Erica, being very safe. Oh, stun lands, another defensive Shikuchi, just getting out of there. Really wants this bottle, but forced to buy a couple of other small items as now go on the Bounty Hunter. Rubik not anywhere here, Emo still just doing more damage. They will not get the kill, but they will completely force the bounty out of the lane. And Fly still able to grab the double damage, even with the Rubik rotation mid. So what was the point of Rubik's rotation? I guess he just left a little bit too late and wasn't able to get there in time to snipe the rune. So that's actually...
I think he had to, come back to try and stop the aggression coming onto the Bounty Hunter as well, right? Or I wasn't 100% watching.
I think he made it pretty much all the way to the rune, but yeah, not sure. I think he just left a little bit too late. Now again, they're just making a go on Bounty, completely forcing him out. Oh, and boots get delivered, but they're not actually in his inventory, so Emo's able to keep on chasing a little bit longer. The boots are coming off in a second. Emo's dropping pretty low. He does have a Fairy Fire. They just want a bit more damage on Bounty. Blink Strike off cooldown soon. Tricks of the Trade a little bit longer. And Rubik with this Fade Bolt will be able to drive them back as the Bounty Runes do spawn up. Nobody really in position. Afu and Kaka both making a run for it. Who is going to be faster? Afu, realizing he's not going to win, will just deny it out of spite. And it will looks like going to be 2 for Keen and just the 1 for IG after all said and done.
Yeah. If you had to nerf something about this Chen, what would it be that still retains his identity?
I think
I've got a good idea.
You can keep nerfing Divine Favor, for sure. That's not... I don't think Divine Favor is part of Chen's identity at all.
You don't reckon?
Nah.
Oh, I suppose it's relatively new, right? It used to be Coddle's thing. But I would just nerf his attack range a little bit. 650 is insane. That is really long, and it just lets him harass so much easier.
Well, it only became meaningful when he became this weird laning support, right? Ooh, Exorcism popped. Damage onto Fly, though. Is he going to be enough to survive this? He does have a Fairy Fire. Chain Stun coming through. Good damage on the Mars, but not quite enough, as Afu will get the first blood. Kaka, trapped in a bit of a ward battle here, does manage to deny the obs. But it's a very minor victory, as they will end up losing the Death Prophet. Nice rotation. Both supports 100% needed there from Keen. Otherwise, I think the Death Prophet would have gotten a pretty easy turnaround. But Good gank.
Yeah, I mean, it took until 6 minutes to get our first blood, and most importantly for Fly, he popped his exorcism to try and.
Oh, they
turn around
teleport
that.
Kaka in at bottom. YDS gone. Was not expecting Lion to appear out of nowhere like that, and Kaka's even hanging around a little bit longer. Bounty needs to be careful. Kaka's back in here with 2 more stuns. Emo's just gonna stand his ground. Do they have any detection? They do not. So it's gonna be the end of that.
Alright, so we're up to the 7-minute mark. Will we see any sort of rotations through the jungle? You can see Chen's doing it a little bit. It's part of the reason why that rotation started happening, but top side, JT.
Yeah, making it go. They got the lift back. This is decent damage, but they've used both of their stuns. No, Keen. I don't know if they could have held it. Maybe they could have waited for Weaver to chase a little bit forward, and he could have body blocked a little bit. Something like that, but JT just
in the heat of the
out.
moment.
Yeah. Tough call to make. Emo's still just being so aggressive at bottom. Ollie lurking around mid, but not really finding the best creeps to go for anything. And Exorcism still on cooldown for 35 seconds, so aggressive potential from Fly. Somewhat limited because of that. Keen support's running mid. I don't know if they can get this kill. Do have to wait for the Spear of Mars to come back off cooldown at the very least. And Fly just
I think they were just trying to secure the bounty rune, the river rune for him, but luck on Fly's side, unfortunately for Keen, and himself up. Oh, he's looking to rotate top.
Yeah.
Exorcism up in 10 seconds.
TP top, and they've got the Dragon Form popped as well. Erica sticking around maybe a little bit too long. Kaka just with the walk forward Hex. Weaver not the right decision there, and that's just going to be a free kill for IG. Transition that into the tier 1 tower. Probably don't even need to use the Exorcism to get this. And could save it to go and threaten elsewhere. Kaka's going to go running and pressure a bit more back behind the tower. Does not have the mana for a stun, though. Does have the stick charges. And they are TPing the Bounty Hunter up here, so that's going to prompt Fly to just pop the Exorcism and 100% secure this tower. I don't really see how Keen fight, though. They do have 3 heroes in the area, and Mars is also looking at something, though. Kaka's got him spotted out, I believe. Yeah, with his ward. Mana Drain now. And tower going down in just a second. Can they get any kind of deny? TP from the Venge. Death Prophet, not getting any drains out just yet. The arena's being used on the other side to bring down the Lion. Nice kill, but Fly is finding this turnaround with the last little bit of his Exorcism. Bounty Hunter, good burst, but yeah, here comes the heal. And just ends up being a 1-for-1.
Even throughout all of that, this Bounty Hunter is still sitting at level 5, so no track to be able to try and chase down with the rest of your team.
And Afu, alright, definitely dead. Double kill. That spear was well wide. Mars, nothing left to really contribute at this point. JT might be brought down. He's got stick charges. Just gonna try and deal with the bug. Nice little tread swap. Pop the wand. Has a salve too. And with Kaka now up here, Keen Gaming gonna have to show some respect and back it out. They're even gonna grab this stack on the way.
All of this attention being paid to this top side of the map. Even you can just say to JT, Chen's just sitting in mid lane. You know, he's got his creep army. They weren't a factor at all.
Solo killing bottom, brings down the Rubik, hops
now
away.
You've got Hand of God at 6 minutes. 10 minutes. So level 6 on the Chen. And you know, we talk about if he's going to get that mechanism, it's going to be hard for them to win. Only about 50 gold away. Well, he's got it.
Yeah. Nah, not a fun situation to be in if you are. And he's teleporting somebody in as well. Making some kind of rotation mid. Bring in JT. He's got an Elder Dragon form. Stun on the Mars. Chain stun on the Mars. No chance to use anything. Finger of Death as the cherry on top. And IG just going to continue this push. 3k lead. No real reason to stop at the tier 1 either. Especially with the mech. Maybe a little bit low on mana on the Death Prophet, but has some bottle sips ready to go.
Clarity used as well.
Okay, so once Mars respawns, he can maybe come in. They're starting to throw some tracks out. JT pretty tanky. Breathe Fire has been stolen. Tracks now coming up, but Bounty Hunter just walks straight forward into a world of hurt. There was a Sentry Ward waiting right there for him. Shouldn't be a big surprise. And that is now their only hope of this fight kind of gone. Fly once again senses his opportunity to pop the exorcism and just go.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Even top lane's pushed in, like they're having to deal with a lot here, and
Is under attack.
if Mars decides to TP down to contest with this, we've got full information through with Emo up here. And I know I said 21 minutes, I feel like it could be much less than that. You know, you saw last game that Afu wasn't really shy about calling a quick GG if he thought the game was unwinnable.
Yep.
Could
Yeah,
be
I
very
could
much the
definitely
same.
see. They do need to just try and take a couple of fights, because all it's going to take to really get them back in is 1 or 2 good fights with some track kills, but those kills are just so hard to get. That's the problem with this mech and Hand of God. So long as Oli is making sure that he's in the right place and that he's got the right amount of mana, then finding any kill on the map should be really, really difficult. Bounty Hunter's chasing after Ricky, but don't know if he's really going to find anything there. And Keen loosely grouped at bottom. At least they've got a level 6 Rubik with the stolen Breathe Fire, but Flyfly's down here with a double damager, and he's got a silence as well. Looks like no way out for YDS. He's dead. Stunned from the high ground. Kako with the ground target, finishing that kill.
Takes it nice and easily. You've got Afu here on the backside just trying to make anything happen, cut some waves or something, but it's not going to be enough to stop tier 1 tower damage.
Is under attack.
And IG still just rolling. And this is all without Emo getting even the slightest bit involved. He's just been off farming, killing supports,
Bottom tower
pressure in the other lanes, and
It's like, wait guys, I need my diffusal blade. You know?
is under attack.
don't win the game yet. Okay, Bounty Hunter with the backstab. IG a little bit grouped up, but not really going to be punished for that too much. Mars is coming in. He's the important hero. Weaver, just some treads to his name. Wants to do the damage. They've got the Hex immediately onto the Vengeful Spirit. She's going to be the first focus target. They get the silence onto the Mars, and now he's stunned up, already losing half HP before the arena comes out. They will try and focus onto the Dragon Knight, Mech, and Hand of God, keeping JT alive just that little bit longer, but he won't get another round of spells. It's 2 for 1 thus far, as Emo turns up to now chase down YDS. He puts the damage out the other way, but still,
Radiant's bottom
overall
tower
ends up
is
being
under
a
attack.
3 for 1.
Radiant's bottom tower
Was
has
DK
fallen.
even tracked when he died?
I believe so.
I hope so.
Dire's bottom tower is under
And Weaver doing the right thing, coming back and cutting this next wave, preventing the push a little bit, though there are already a couple of creeps, so forced to
Radiant's
pop the glyph
middle tower
regardless.
is under attack.
Mars pressuring at mid.
Trying to test it and push it on these backsides. I'm a little concerned that they decided to go on the DK first. Yeah, you ended up taking him down, but that just meant that the rest of the team fight, the whole team had a full mech on them. Everyone was back at full health at the end, just because you didn't focus the Chen first. I mean, Chen's not going to run, and they had a good amount of control for.
Yeah, I think the only the problem is that the DK was the person that they caught with the arena, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of had to just go on whatever target that is. JT almost has
Dire's
a blink.
top tower is under attack.
Fly. Got his
We got
Yules.
the D-Blade coming out now.
Ooh.
All
Mars.
these tier 2
up here.
items.
Yeah.
Blink Dagger as well. Onto, is that on DP? Or DK? Probably DK.
Yeah, DK. They do need to... They also have a Blink Dagger on Mars. IG could take a second to get a couple of their tier 2s, but I think they're just looking for pretty much an immediate fight. The ultimate usage from them has been great this game. Keen, I don't know if they suspect anything here. There's good vision from the Radiant over at mid. They're going to spot the Mars shortly after as well. The lockdown first onto the Rubik, not the silence onto the Mars. He will not be able to help him out. JT thinks about chasing further, but not going to happen, as Erica is just pushing bottom, working on his Diffusal Blade.
Dire's
And
middle tower
Keen
is under attack.
looks like just going to try and find some kind of a trade here. Not willing
mean,
to take the head-on fight.
I'd be fine to do that if I was IG. You know, they've got the Dragon Form popped, you've got Exorcism up in 20 seconds, there's no glyph.
Emo, though, he's setting this up. They actually just want to take the fight instead. Lockdown onto Erica. No way out for him here. Stuck in the smoke screen. Caught behind the tower and will be brought down. So no trade to be found this day. At least Mars making some nice plays. Cutting waves at mid, buying a little bit more time. Though they've actually... oh, this one melee creep survived on 25 HP. So they actually can still come in here and maybe finish off the tower. Bounty in an awkward position to try and connect with the team as now they get the lockdown onto the Rubik. JT on top of him. Mars gets the spear back onto the line. That should be a kill onto Kaka. Trying to keep him alive with the heals. Not quite enough. Rubik with these stolen spirit siphons actually doing a huge amount of work. Keeping himself alive. Able to walk back. That's one track kill to start. Now the spear back onto the Death Prophet. Can they focus her down? Stick charges and the Yule's not coming in. Buyback from the Lion, but IG getting sent packing somewhat, and they don't actually have their Dragon Knight there. JT on the other side of the fight. Oli waiting with this War Stomp. Is going to lock down the Bounty Hunter, but another jump from the Mars and another spear gets another kill. Trouble for the Bounty as he now gets zapped down. Emo covering his tracks with that smoke screen. Keen Gaming find themselves in front of the tier 1 tower, though not sure if they can actually look to take it down. They keep moving forward. Dragon Knight jumps in, immediate stun onto Afu. I don't know if they can keep going here. Death Prophet's respawning in 2 seconds, and Keen... okay, as soon as they start seeing the potential TP coming in, just gonna call it a day.
Yeah, wise move by the support there in Kaka to pull the creep wave back. Make sure that they had to fully commit on King Gaming's side, and you know, we were able to get a couple of kills there with the minus armor with some nice damage coming through, but still, it's not at the stage yet where you're actually able to transition that to safely take any tower. He's gone the D-Blade, he's going to hit, hopefully for him, his level 15, so that mana break is going to become a factor, but will it be too little too late is the question.
Some very nice plays from the Mars in that last fight. Really just setting up pick-off after pick-off, getting them that track gold that they really need. What is Bounty Hunter building? So he's just got a drum and be going for a BKB shortly after that. And Emo, what is that? You got Battle Fury coming up. Alright. Maybe thinking that this game's going to go a little bit longer and he's got some farming to do. Though IG are sizing up Roshan currently.
Still, I guess. You don't want to be able to be forcing any sort of ultimates for it.
Emo! Stunned. He was tracked. I don't think he even realized, and Keen with a quick pick. Very nice kill.
They've taken control of this top side of the map, though. Really, the only vision that the Dire have is on this high ground, and everything else is IG's control. You've got, well, actually, the Glyph's back up online. Didn't realize. So they could repel this attack if they wanted to. They should see that the DK's popped his dragon form. Again, it's just the game of delaying right now.
I think this tier 2 is actually probably worth losing if they take the mid tier 1. It's just such an important tower. So IG just tanking it out. Dragon Knight going for the Solar Crest up next. Mars is going to be going for a Death. So they do definitely need a bit more damage if they can get it. And you were calling out the level 15 on the Weaver, getting very close now.
Here we go, Bounty in fight, we got a smoke.
Yeah, IG smoked. Smoke breaks, Sentry, they know that Bounty Hunter is here, he's gonna get the move speed. Keen's waiting up on the high ground, what can they actually find? They push Lion into the river, not stunning him at all. This gives them the opportunity to pop the Exorcism, and now Death Prophet just comes running forward with all the move speed in the world. Spirit Siphon has been stolen, Mars getting locked down as Emo joins the fight. That's half HP on the Mars before this fight even really begins. Just pops the arena defensively. They lose the Bounty Hunter, and that is going to be a huge fight lost as IG swings straight into the Roshan pit with about a third of this Exorcism remaining. They need to be careful about sticking this, though. Bounty's still going to respawn in 13 seconds.
I think without the Mars there, though, there's really not too much you can do.
Yeah, I guess no Arena of Blood, no fight.
And you've still got all of the Chen cooldowns. He's going to hit it to his level 10 as well when this Rosh goes down.
They're coming over, but they're giving them some minus armor to help out as well, so... There you go. Roshan about to fall. Bashes! Alright, Emo's got it. And IG, even without that many cooldowns, and even with their Exorcism missing, just head straight to top. Put some pressure on there. Erica needs to be careful down here. Blink is available on Kaka. He's gone. There's no way. Too many stuns. And JT just popping Dragon Form to farm. Why not?
Yeah. Afu is keeping mid-wave pushed in as much as he can, but not going to be able to do all too much. I don't think... Have we seen a single swap come through yet?
I don't know, actually. I don't think I've seen one on my screen, at least.
Yeah. Pretty recognizable sound as well. I think just that cast range is so punishing because you don't have the ability to cast things like, you know, the Glimmer Cape, the Force Staff from a safe-ish range that you have to fully commit, and it's scary to do as a support these days.
Oh boy, Solar Crest almost up. Death Prophet picking up some armor as well. Going for a plate mail next. And Keen are looking to take out this top tier 1 tower, but this is not going all that quickly. It's just that IG maybe not that interested in taking this fight. How long until Exorcism? 10 seconds to go. And IG really just setting up on the bottom side.
And they finally got rid of the mango tree in this dire tri-camp area, so...
I think they're planning on like Death Prophet TPing, but need to be careful. Flyfly is getting stalked out. Though I think he may have caught a glimpse of the bounty hunter. And now kind of leading them on a merry chase. Kaka's backing him up just behind. Trusty shovel at the ready. Kaka's going to be the one that gets jumped. Can he get a multi-man stun? He gets lifted. They're not going to even give him the chance. Hand of God attempted to try and save him. JT jumping in aggressively. They've got the lockdown on the Weaver. Silenced for a long time. The Spear is going to push the Dragon Knight back, but he's tanky. Oli trying to get back in here. Emo jumping across onto the supports. Trying to bring down the Rubik. Tricks of the trade. Looks like it should do it, and that is 2 supports dead. On the side of Keen, they avenge their fallen comrade, and JT is still chasing after this Mars. TP across from Flyfly to continue their pursuit. They got more than enough lockdown here. There's the stun, followed up with the silence, followed up with the kill. Double for Flyfly, and an easy fight win for IG.
Just feels like all these little victories. They did get rid of the... nicely done there by the bounty hunter to deny the finished Battle Fury. Might cost him his life, though.
You know, chasing, wishing that he had that little bit of extra damage.
And I think even then, you know, we were talking about there are some good spells for this Rubik to seal. I believe he stole the Exorcism in that fight, but just you're not able to sustain yourself for long enough to actually make it impactful.
Yeah, it's tough. Anyone that gets jumped on the Keen side just dies. It feels like. Mars can survive a little bit, but also if he's getting jumped, that means he's not getting a good initiation. So it's not like you can really afford to stick the Mars in the front and let him soak any spells.
Yeah. To be fair, some of that is a decision by this Rubik because he could have got the plus 200 health in his talents and he hasn't opted to at level 11.
Yeah, interesting. Ooh, Weaver trying to get out here. Silenced. There's a lot of damage with the Aghanims. Yules is still available. He should be able to get the Shikuchi off, but can he find somewhere to TP out? Kaka is chasing. Blind stun, probably not even needed. They've got a Yules. Ooh, a little bit off the mark there, but they've got the Finger of Death to finish it off.
What, how many stacks is he at? 5, so pretty decent chunk of damage that Kaka's able to put through.
Oh, Mars. Well, at least he got the outpost. That's good news. Attempting to swap him out, but Emo's too mobile. Hafu about to be chased down next. And yeah, nice easy kill for IG. Well, we're over 21 minutes, was it?
Yeah.
Keen Gaming fighting this out. I mean, I wouldn't even say to the bitter end at this point, but this is starting to look like a pretty rough game.
It is, now that they've got the finished Battle Fury, I believe, coming out soon. No, it's
still... JT's just straight up under the high ground. Jeez. They scanned, and he's jumping.
Solar Crest is very easy.
Oh, is that Exorcism stolen? It is. Okay, that's something for Rubik. See what they can do with it. They need the right Mars initiation. Where is he TPing in? Alright, here comes Rubik's Exorcism. Swap into the immediate lift. Dragon Knight taking a lot of damage. Can they actually bring him down? Oh no, the Hex onto Mars. Couldn't get the arena out, but still good 1 for 1. Chasing for a little bit more. Blink, 7 seconds. Exorcism running out, so no real reason for IG to stick around here. And they've already claimed the tier 3. Worth it to just back off and reset. They caught him at just the right time. I think he'd used the Solar Crest on the DP, and then very nice swap into immediate lifts.
Yeah, you got a decent chunk of damage coming out as well from this Mars now that he's finished up the Desolator. So it's, we talk about the minus armor strat, you've got it in multiple different ways. Hopefully the bounty doesn't go it as well after he finishes up his BKB.
Yeah, be a little bit weird, but we have seen plenty of these minor miscommunications. Oh, bounty! Kaka knew exactly where he was. Finger of Death makes quick work of him. 6 stacks now for him.
Yeah. And we talk about you talk about these heroes needing to survive a little bit longer on the Keen Gaming side. Well, we were talking about the combination with the Diffusal Blade as well as the Mana Break. He's actually gone for the 14 Strength, just trying to survive that extra little bit longer.
I don't know if I... Oh, Dragon Knight. Danger. Spirit Vessel, but they missed the Swarm. So we'll be a little bit tankier, and the team is over here. Vengeful Spirit getting locked down. Should be completely left for dead. The rest of the team just scrambling. Mars grabbing a little bit of farm on the way out. That could have almost been his undoing as JT came blinking into that camp. But they've got bigger fish to fry. They can actually just head straight for the Dire base. And Mars realizing what's going on. Weaver trying to kind of cut this mid wave a little bit. Needs to be wary of Kaka, though. The TPN is being attempted, and Kaka's found him. Emo's already got one. There is so much lockdown here, and no way out for Weaver. Dead for 50 seconds, and IG should just be able to march down the mid lane with their wave.
Yeah, he's still got half the duration of this Elder Dragon form. Not a ton, but be enough to get stuff done. At least take some damage onto this set of racks. 2 minutes 20 until the glyph is back online. So you would think that it's one lane of racks that you have to surrender.
They've got the Arcane Rune Exorcism going here. So only 90-second cooldown remaining. IG taking that one, going for a little bit more. Maybe not even necessarily all that greedy. Just getting some full value out of this Exorcism. They get the tier 3, they think about a little bit more. Weaver's still dead. Mars might be looking for the jump. Kind of an obvious smoke. And IG will now just back up. They don't even have their Ricky here. He's just been farming, ready to get teleported in when he's needed. Definitely the right way to play.
Yeah, he's got his 10-second BKB as well, so I felt like those were the key timings. He's TPing him in now. They want to make something happen before this bounty hunter can actually finish up the BKB.
They don't have vision up this hill. Keen are poking and prodding, but they know that they can't walk up that high ground blindly. They will just pop down a ward looking for some kind of initiation perhaps, but the jump in is immediate. Straight on top of the Mars, not going to let him get out. They will get the swap back, but it's just too much damage from Emo. 2 dead already. JT waiting up on the high ground. Bounty Hunter split up from his team. He's going to get Yules and back down into a world of hurt. What can they actually do to help him? Rubik throws out the Fade Ball at the very least. He's got the Finger of Death stolen, but I don't think he's going to get much of a chance to use it. As IG head up onto the high ground, and Afu has had enough. I'm going to call it quits, and the GG is called. There goes the Finger, and there goes the Rubik.
Yeah, just trying for one last little play. Why not?
Yeah.
It was rough for Keen Gaming. Leaving yourselves being able to be punished by that sort of all-in strat. It was just never really clear from the start what exactly they were going for. You know, it's a lot of physical damage that they have. It's a lot of minus armor, but it's very easy to just counter around that. You know, pick these high armor heroes like the Dragon Knight, pick these heroes that can easily sustain themselves like the Death Prophet, and then a lot more in terms of itemization as well as heals with the Chen. So, yeah, and the pushing power on top of that. So it just felt like IG from the very beginning were in a very commanding position, and they move forward to, what's their record now? Let's have a look. 4-2, I believe.
It's pretty good.
Keem 0-5. So definitely not the way you want to be at this stage. I think they might nearly be out of contention with that for one of these top 6 spots. But of course, every game that they win is a little bit of money. So.
No.
Still a lot to keep playing for.
Yeah, and of course a lot of experience as well. We made the point coming into this series, they're a relatively new roster. You know, a couple of their players only joining very, very recently. So I definitely think that this team, they're still finding their strats, they're still finding their communication. I really do feel, having watched these two games, that we just didn't really see... They didn't really feel like a team, or at least not in the same way that the other three teams that we cast today feel. Yeah. And that's just a time thing. They're going to have to play more, and that's where this kind of league is a really good opportunity for them.
No, agreed. I had a quick look through as well of the... actually, on the Liquipedia page for the solo mid contest, they've actually got who won each one for each of the weeks as well. And again, it pretty heavily correlates with whoever won. They ended up winning the actual series. So the importance of that coin flip cannot be understated.
Yeah, and that does come back to, okay, is the 1v1 the best way to be doing it? Especially when we've got some of these matchups like Brute versus Razor, but still, it's an online league. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoyed our 1v1 AA. I thought that was great with the Ice Blast from Fountain and everything else.
It's just we got to leave it up to the people in social media land to keep picking us some enjoyable matchups.
Yeah, so get out there and vote. I don't know if they're still doing bits and pieces of that on the BTS Twitter. I know that they were initially, but there's a lot of events going on now, so I would have to go and have a look. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the coverage. That's going to wrap it up for us today. We will be back tomorrow for another 2 best of 3s. So we've got IG versus RNG and Keen versus Aster. So
3 of the teams from today will be going at it again. I think Keen and Aster are sort of down around that lower part of the scoreboard. So maybe for Keen it'll be a chance for them to get a series win.
Yeah, well, we'll have to look out for that. But thanks so much for watching, guys. Danog, any closing thoughts?
No, not really. Just enjoy your pubs, enjoy some Dota. There's plenty on right now, and what a time to be an esports fan.
Yeah. All right. Thanks so much, guys. We'll catch you tomorrow.